Shout out to them people, mad ethnic right now.
What's up, Classic Click? It's your girl Classic Courtney, back with another video. This is my first time talking to a camera since I took my little week break, I think. And yeah, I miss y'all, so I'm happy to be back. And today we're talking about mental health and self-care and social media. So unless you live under a rock and have no social media, which I doubt because you probably wouldn't be watching this video, you don't know what's going on. But it was a lot. It was so much. It's part of the reason I took a break from YouTube, because I physically could not make a video, you know, as I explained in my last video. So I figured it would probably be helpful to give some self-care tips that I used during this time, because honestly, self-care and mental health is an ongoing thing that you have to combat, and I know y'all not finna delete y'all social media accounts, so we might as well talk about it. So the first thing to do when you're feeling overwhelmed, and I guess the most obvious thing to do, would be to take a break, which is easier said than done, because you know, swiping out of an app, you can literally just click back on it, and I often find myself just clicking back on it. It was like, especially last week, it was like no matter how much like I hurt after looking at Twitter and Instagram, like I would still go back on. So I just had to really be firm with myself and take a step further. So I want to show you guys some many ways that y'all can use to take a break when swiping out just isn't working. So one thing that you should do is, instead of just swiping up, you should just log out of the app completely and try to forget your password if you have it like saved. I know a lot of times like I have my password saved in my phone, so I also need to just put my thumbprint in and then it will enter my password. But you need to give yourself like a little bit more work to do to get back onto the app. So log out and forget your password. Make sure you know it. If you don't know your password and it's already saved on your phone, you can go to your settings, then scroll down to passwords and accounts, and I believe it's like the first thing on there. It's on every website that you ever saved your password for. You can just click on it and it will show your password. So just make sure you know it, write it down somewhere before you do that, because then you won't have to go through all these other hoops, which I mean, maybe that's better, because then you probably won't go on the app, because I know I wouldn't. If I had to do a verified link and everything, I'd be like, nah, never mind, like I'm super cool on that. And if that doesn't work, you can always delete the app. That was my go-to, because if it was on my phone, I wasn't just gonna go back to the app store and download it. I would download it like once every day, or go to it on my computer like literally once, because it was just like, it was like out of sight, out of mind. So I would go in there once a day just to get my information and know what's going on, and then literally after like 30-45 minutes I would have to just like get off, you know. But if you don't want to go through the whole process of deleting and re-downloading, because it was a lot, it was kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie, but it helped me stay off the app. You can also use a feature on your phone if you have an iPhone. It's called downtime. Basically, you can set a limit on your screen time for different apps. So if you go into your settings, then go to screen time, and then go to downtime, you can customize it to whatever you want, to whatever days you want to limit your app usage to, for whatever app, not just social media. You can do the time, maybe you have like from 10 to 5 a.m. every day, like I can't use social media, so you can go to bed, something like that. Like you can do that. People probably have heard of it if they wanted to like study well, focus on studying better, but you can also use it for your self-care. That doesn't really work for me, because I'll just go into my settings and turn it off, like, and I'll be like, all right, I'm over this. So yeah, for me, deleting was the best way to get my break. But then of course there are those times when social media is going to calm down. Like now it is kind of calming down, so I guess it's not as overwhelming, but there's still ways that social media can impact you negatively every day. So a way to combat that is just to kind of build what you want to see, build your space, you know what I'm saying? Well, the same way that you have to get rid of negative people in your life, you can just get rid of negative things that you see on your social media. So the first way to do that is to look at who and what you follow. There's people on that you follow on social media that are always posting things that you don't like, that upset you, that make you feel bad. Like literally let it go. It shouldn't be a big deal. People do take offense to you unfollowing them, but honestly, your mental health and your happiness is bigger than their feelings sometimes. Don't take that out of context. You can't really worry about upsetting people when you're upsetting yourself. But then of course, especially on Twitter, even if you unfollow someone, they could still like pop up on your TL if they have like mutual friends. So you can always go the extra mile and mute or block that person. Literally, what the thing you have to remember, like, y'all do not care. Like, I promise, once you unfollow that person, you will no longer think like, oh, I don't know, I don't want them to feel bad, because you won't even think about them anymore, and they probably won't even notice that you unfollow them till like a long time from now. And also, you can use the mute feature, especially on Twitter. If you mute an account, like say you don't want to unfollow that person, you just don't want to deal with the conflict, I get it, understand. You can definitely just mute them and they will literally never know. Like, you'll never see their stuff, their retweets or their likes or their tweets. And I don't think, if they interact with your tweets, I don't think that you will see a notification for that. Like, it won't say so such and such liked your retweet or liked your tweet. Like, even if they did, I believe. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, once you clear out all the negative and what you don't want to see, it's time to start adding in what you do want to see. So say you want to just start feeling more positive, you can follow pages that post inspirational quotes and things that make you feel good. Follow the things that make you happy, because there's no reason to be making yourself consume things that make you feel bad. So me personally, I like to see inspirational quotes. I post them. I follow a bunch of different pages that post different quotes. I just like to see that. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like, oh yeah, that's a little reminder that I needed for the day, you know? I like astrology, so I follow a lot of astrology pages. What else do I follow? I follow friends that post good things, post inspirational things, keep me informed, things like that. That's what I like to see, so I make sure to keep that around me. If I don't like to see it, if I'm watching I kid you not, y'all. If I'm watching someone's story and I'm looking like this, I'll just go to their profile and follow, because it's just like, I just don't need to see it. I don't think it's fair for me to be watching somebody's things and I don't really care. I would assume they want people that actually watch their things and enjoy them, and that's why they post them. But if I'm not actually going to watch it or enjoy it, then there's no reason for us to be here together. But going off on that, just because you follow more accounts doesn't mean that you're actually going to see them based on the algorithm, especially on Instagram. So the way Instagram works is that they show you things that is related to the content that you interact with the most. So if you like inspirational quotes, for example, and you want to see more of those, besides following the accounts, make sure you actively are mindful to like those posts that these accounts post, because then you'll see it more and more. But if you just read the quote and scroll, Instagram's gonna say, oh, she doesn't like that, so I'm just not even gonna show her this on her feed anymore. So just be very mindful about what you interact with and what you consume. Another good tip is to choose what apps are for what. Just like this past week, you know, the news and what's going on in the world was very, very overwhelming. So you can choose to only get your overwhelming content or your hard facts, the news or whatever, from like Snapchat. Probably, most likely it'll be Twitter, but just say it's Snapchat. And so yeah, then on Twitter, you would curate to only be funny accounts. And then on Instagram, you just want to watch makeup videos. Like, also, I wanted to make a point that it is okay to follow and unfollow someone, especially like with celebrities and influencers. You can probably find yourself comparing yourself like, oh, why don't I look like that? Or why can't I need to get my hair like that? I need to get my body like that. And as soon as you find yourself doing that, literally just take a break, because it's not even no hate. It's not even like you don't like to see those posts, but it's just like, right now I'm not feeling good about myself and this is making me feeling worse about myself, so I need to take this break, and then I'll come back to you when I'm feeling better. And I've done that. I promise y'all, I've done that. I've unfollowed somebody, I'm like, she's looking too cute, she posting too many cute pictures back to back and my hair is not done. Like, I can't do that, so I'll just unfollow. Then when I start getting cute again, I can unfollow. I don't do that often, but it's definitely something that I've done and I'm not ashamed of it. So all in all, I just want to remind you guys to be mindful of what you're consuming and how it makes you feel. That is the most important part. Literally, if it does not make you feel good, leave it. Okay, you don't need it. It is not helping you in any way. Like I said, be mindful, leave the negative, interact with the positive, and I think you would definitely see a difference in how you feel when you go on social media. If this video was helpful to you at all, then please give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any more social media tips that you use, then definitely leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking for more ways to be more mindful and take care of myself, and I'm sure other people who watch this video will definitely appreciate it as well. Make sure to subscribe to the clique because we lit. I'm not always just sitting down talking to y'all. Sometimes, you know, we go on little adventures, we do fun things. Just check it out, you know. Click on my name after you subscribe. Click on my name, you know, watch a couple videos. You're gonna be like, oh, I like her, and you're gonna be part of the clique, okay? And lastly, as always, stay classically you. Bye guys. Mwah.